Next on Inside Monster Jam, a very special homecoming for Bigfoot's Eric Tack.
I got a lot of friends and family down here, so we're going to have fun, and like I say, we're just here to tear up all these other trucks and put this truck in the winner's circle.
Inside Monster Jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IMJ tour bus has hit the Iron Belt in Pittsburgh, PA.
Steel City Monster Jam right here, right now, over my shoulder, Three River Stadium. It's a little hot and muggy. Weather report, 90 and nasty. That's not going to stop us. It's Inside Monster Jam, and we're going to kick it off right now, right here, right now, with the monsters themselves. Steel City, tonight.
We're here, man. We're here in the heat right now, but we're going to have dirt, rocks, dust flying tonight.
What about Dennis?
Dennis who?
That's what I like to hear. He's talking about the Gravedigger. He said, Dennis who? I love that spirit. Spirit gets a gas. Tight track, hard packed dirt. What do you think about that?
It's pretty good. It's going to be a real good, interesting track, especially down in the corner. You're going to see a lot of trucks, you know, go into the corner hard and come out hard, so it's going to be good.
Got her all tuned up?
Yeah, she's ready to go. After last weekend, we beat her pretty hard, but she held up pretty good, and everything looks pretty good this week, yeah?
You always got to beat a monster.
Yeah, sure do. That's what we build them for.
That's it. Build them and wreck them. Steel City. It's all good here.
Despite sweltering temperatures well into the 90s, the pit party was a huge success with the Pittsburgh fans. The scene is one of a bygone era in sports, but alive at Monster Jams, where drivers make themselves available for autographs and pictures.
Tonight, the Monsters are going to run a U-turn course. And let me tell you, when these guys get started, they don't stop.
Legendary track announcer Joe Lowe kicked off the 10-truck Steel City Monster Jam. The loudest applause was saved for who else but Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. The thermostat was still pegged in the upper 80s by race time as Brian Barthel and Little Tiger broke in the track with a smooth qualifying run. But Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol didn't fare as well. He blew the shocks out on his Chevy and had to scramble to get his truck ready for freestyle. Now in front of the hometown fans, Eric Tack was able to launch Bigfoot into the next round. Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger looked solid in the early going, but after his round 1 victory over American Guardian, he blew the transmission.
You're here for the fans. You're here for the win. You're here the Gravedigger, and you got to pull off because you got a broken truck.
Hey, it's tough, man. It's real disappointing. You know, we work hard on those trucks, drive all night to get here, and come in here and fall on your face. It's like, you know, I'm the dude standing there with a black eye. My fans, you know, they're disappointed, and I am too.
Gary Porter's first time racing inside Three Rivers Stadium was a good one. He continued a very strong season by defeating Liquidator in early round action. But in the next race against Bigfoot, he was overpowered by Eric Tack's experience on the dusty U-turn track. Now, he would advance to the semifinal round as fast loser. There he would meet Little Tiger. This time, Porter found the racing line he needed, and he kept it straight on his way to the final round. Charlie Pauken in Excalibur may be used to the concrete of the Thunder National Series, but on the dirt, he advanced to the semifinals against Bigfoot. Pauken had some trouble with the loose dirt as the big blue Ford took it safely into the finals.
I'm pumped. You know, this is my hometown. I got a lot of family and friends here. So I'm looking to, you know, pull out a win here, so we're happy.
So the truck seems to be working pretty good. It's a good fast track, and, you know, if we can just do it one more time, we'll be okay.
We'll have the final showdown between Pittsburgh native Eric Tack and the legendary Bigfoot against Mr. Consistent Gary Porter later in the show. Coming up on today's show, Stadium Rough Trucks rumble in Minneapolis, and Tinseltown is anything but in the Outlaw Quad War Series, where they got down and dirty in the mud. IMJ reporter Adam Murphy pays a visit to the special people who make Race Rock the premier restaurant for motorheads. But that's not all. There's Thunder National Racing from Grand Rapids, Michigan. More racing from the Steel City Monster Jam. And the AMA Supercross season finale from Las Vegas, Nevada. So stay right where you are because Inside Monster Jam will be right back.
Inside Monster Jam.
Jerry, show me your best monster moment.
It was October 1993, inside the Pontiac Silverdome, when Ken Deppy and Rampage were coming through the whoop section. The front wheels of the Dodge Express got hooked in the dirt, and he crashed this one hard in front of 40,000 spectators.
Ken Deppy tried to take care of the moguls, and the moguls took care of him.
I stayed in the power hoping that the front end would bring itself back out, but it's too far over the front wheels. I just watched on the video, front wheels are spinning hard, but they weren't touching the dirt.
We may have some body damage. We may have a little more than that, but the number one thing is you're okay. One more time for Ken Deppy and the big Dodge Express.
Did I tell you we had great footage from the IMJ vaults? You got to listen to me. I got the inside scoop. Hey, how come your brother's not talking to me?
I don't know. He's shy.
I think you should watch more monster truck racing. You want to see more monsters? All right, that's enough. ESPN 2, check it out.
Thunder Nationals.
Inside the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mike West and his jet quad Kamikaze got the sold-out crowd fired up for Thunder National Monster Truck Racing.
The engine itself is a 1,500 horsepower engine out of an Army helicopter. As far as speeds, quite literally, the top speed is pretty well endless. With the thrust of the engine, it'll literally accelerate till the rubber flies off or the driver flies off. But that's in an uncontrolled situation. We're very controlled as far as what we do. There's enough safeties on it that our speed is very well regulated. From a dead stop in an eighth mile, we can run about 120 in an eighth mile from a dead stop. With the jet engine, if you've got a little bit of a roll, we ran this one up to about 130 in about 3 seconds. So it's quite powerful.
In night one qualifying, Kirk Dabney in Extreme Overkill on the left of your screen used the good air to rout Tim Tesmer and Hercules. Then it was Norman Miller and Barefoot showing off the Dodge's horsepower as he knocked Jeff Cook and Warwagon off the grid. Charlie Pauken and Excalibur are always tough on the concrete floors of the Thunder National Series. He licked fast qualifier Hercules and advanced to the final round. Although Extreme Overkill stomped out Barefoot in the other semifinal matchup, he damaged the suspension on his Ford, giving the Dodge a free pass to the final round. Excalibur stayed low over the crushed cars and took the night one Thunder National victory with the win over Barefoot.
Tonight felt really good. I was really confident in the truck. The main thing on a short course like this is getting a hole shot. I was trying to take no chances whatsoever, get them off the hole shot, stay into it, and be done with them.
Pauken's autograph was a hot commodity the next night at the pre-race autograph session. In front of another sold-out crowd, he picked up right where he left off by conquering Hercules in the semifinals. In the weekend finale, Extreme Overkill locked up on the line, giving Excalibur the easy run to the finish line for the weekend sweep.
Final race here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I took no chances. I put the thing in second gear for a takeoff, made sure I power brake the thing up as high as it would stall before it just started inching forward. And once that light turned green, I didn't look back, just nailed it.
Stadium Rough Trucks.
Inside the jam-packed Minneapolis Metrodome, Stadium Rough Trucks rolled on the center stage. Racing on the straight line course, Ed Wenning tested the shocks in his truck. He clocked in with a run of 12.94. It wasn't Craig Peterson's night. He slammed the front end hard, but made it to the finish line in 23 seconds. In the four-truck final round, Virtual Reality was out front against Butterfly when he busted the front wheel and suffered a stack fire. Showing the typical determination we've come to expect from the rough truck drivers, he continued on to the finish line, believe it or not, with a second place overall. Because in the other final round, Craig Reedu's Craigster and Sonny Dorman both had problems with the final round U-turn course and crashed out. Virtual Reality is your winner.
Stadium Motocross.
Stadium Stadium Motocross rocked West Texas style inside the sold-out El Paso Sun Bowl. Number 7, John McDonald, broke out with a hole shot, but on lap 2, he had trouble with the sandy track that caused a chain reaction pileup. Now, number 148, Don Grable, no relation to Betty Grable, was out front when he encountered problems with the track. That allowed number 4, Mark Traversy, to cut the inside line for the pass, although Traversy went wide around the corner and was able to save it, then shut the door on Grable for the checkers.
All the way from the back of the pack, and you just worked the boys over.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on that start. My bike just kind of stalled. I had to work my butt off, but I did it.
Are you guys ready for a JAMA question of the week? Let's get it on.
JAMA question of the week.
Hi, I'm Craig, and my JAMA question is, why are monster trucks turned off before they race?
While you ponder this week's Jammer question, have a look at the IMJ calendar. Truck and tractor pulling invades the Vandenberg County Fairgrounds in Evansville, Indiana, tomorrow and Thursday night. Two-wheel drives and unlimited dragster tractors highlight this huge event. August 1st and 2nd, the pullers move to the Davis County Fairgrounds in Owensboro, Kentucky. 75 of the nation's best truck and tractor pullers will showcase this event. The U.S. Hot Rod Monster Jam is headed to America West Arena in Phoenix, Arizona, August 1st and 2nd. Check out Bustin' Loose, Cyborg, Bigfoot, Barefoot, Monster Patrol, and Gravedigger, as well as the National Championship Quad Wars, Motocross, and the car-eating Megasaurus as they get down in the desert. Stafford Motor Speedway in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, plays host to the stars of Inside Monster Jam August 2nd and 3rd as 12 monster trucks battle it out. The biggest truck pull in the world comes to Bowling Green, Ohio, August 15th through the 17th. The 31st Annual National Tractor Pulling Championships will feature over 400 entries, making this the biggest event of its kind in the world.
Here's your JAMA answer.
Hi, my name is Brian Chernow, and I'm a USHRA official, and I have this week's answer to the JAMA question. Monster trucks are shut off before they race to test the RII. The remote ignition interrupter is used so we can shut off the monster trucks at any point during the competition. Because here at USHRA, safety is priority one.
Hi, I'm Chuck Jordan, driver of Survivor Truck. It's a 1995 Chevrolet. We're running a 540 Rodak motor with a turbo 400 transmission. It's got Rockwell 106s in it, blown injected alcohol, and we run a 66-inch tall tire. We've been at this since 1989, and we really enjoy coming out and racing for the fans. And we're kind of out here just to have a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing this for a living. So I guess we'll see you all at the races.
It's my new friend Bud. He said he'd do anything to get on TV, but first of all, I got to toss. Season finale, Vegas Supercross. That place was jumping. Bud, show him your stuff. Yeah. Monster! Whoa!
AMA Supercross.
To win his first Supercross title, Jeff Emig needed a 9th place or better if McGrath, riding on a painful ankle, could win. Number 20, Doug Henry, captured the 1/900 Pro Race hole shot aboard the Yamaha 4-stroke, while Emig came out of turn 1 in 2nd place and McGrath was back in 5th. Riding flat-footed, the 4-time champion could only manage a 7th place finish. With the diminished threat from McGrath, Emig fell back and finished 5th. Henry the race victor, Emig the prize #1 plate for next season.
I was trying to fight off, you know, the nerves and everything all day long here, and you know, as most people know, that wasn't one of my best races, but that was the one that definitely clinched it for me. And Kawasaki and my mechanic, Jeremy Albrecht, I mean, they're the ones that I have to thank for it.
Monster Trucks.
Tony Farrell and Wild Thing blasted out of the box at the sold-out new Nashville Arena. He had no problems in his opening round matchup with the original monster truck, Bigfoot. But Eric Meager and the Ford remained in the grid as the fast loser. In the other first-round action, Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol sent Alan Pizzo and Predator packing. Mr. Consistent Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher stayed true to his nickname with an upset of Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Now, Wild Thing was forced to take it slow over the crushed cars in the semifinal round when Monster Patrol blew out his transmission. Farrell went to the finals. As for Meager and Bigfoot, they took advantage of their second chance in the grid, capitalizing on Carolina Crusher's mistake to advance to the finals and a round 1 rematch. Even though Porter didn't get to the finale, he put on quite a show in freestyle, christening the new arena with his trademark donut.
What do you say, Nashville? Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher!
The oldest oldest and newest trucks on the USHRA circuit faced off in a Music City blowout. Bigfoot rarely loses 2 in a row to an opponent, and this time, Meagher enacts a bit of revenge for that first-round loss. He destroyed Tony Farrell and Wild Thing to give the Big Blue Ford the victory in Nashville.
Outlaw Quad Wars.
Despite torrential rains, over 26,000 true monster maniacs came out to the Los Angeles Coliseum to see which team could break the 500-500 tie in the Outlaw Quad War Series. It was apparent early on that the rain would wreak havoc on all the riders, although the fans didn't seem to mind the chaos. Off the start, Team North in black broke out with the early lead. Over the mud bogs and through the puddles, the racers battled the conditions and their opponents. Team South captured the lead on lap 5 and held off Team North for the victory. With all the mud and rain, it was inevitable that these two teams would have to have an old-fashioned country-style mud wrestling showdown. The brawl was declared a draw, but a quick look at our Outlaw Quad War scoreboard reveals Team South taking a one-race lead with only 4 more to go. Stay tuned for more quad action from Three Rivers Stadium later in the show.
Hi, I'm Jerry. This is Nicky. We're hanging out here in Pittsburgh. Total madness every time with Quad Wars. That was L.A. Later on, we're going to have more Quad Wars from Pittsburgh. How do you like it so far?
Oh, I'm having a great time.
Well, it's even going to get bigger right now. We're going to do a piece with my man, Adam Murphy.
Adam Murphy, he's cute.
Huh? Yeah. The heartthrob of IMJ. Check it out.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. You've been to Race Rock, and you know it's a lot more than just food. There's all kinds of things on the walls, memorabilia, everything from motorcycles to race cars. And the employees, well, they make you feel like you take home the checkered flag.
Well, I came to work here because the people are all awesome. Everybody who works here, they're either really involved in racing or they don't know a thing about it. But everybody that's here is like a family. I love working in this restaurant. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's nice. All the guests that come in are great. A lot of fun. We get a lot of cool tourists coming in and a lot of big parties. It's hard sometimes, but there's a lot of true race fans that come out and see us.
Who cares about the people that comes in? It's service all the time, very service-oriented, the food's great, and it's fun.
Jerry, all this walking and talking has made me hungry, so I'm going to race inside and grab me a bite to eat. Back to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Adam. William, what do you think? Is Bigfoot on the gas?
Yeah, he's doing a real good turn down.
Yeah, you got to get that turn on the U-turn course. All right, later on in the show, stick around. We're going to have more great racing from Steel City here in Pittsburgh, PA.
Monster Jam.
Jerry, can we see more racing on IMJ?
For the one-lap Stadium Rough Trucks finale, the Pittsburgh fans were out in full force supporting hometown hero Patrick McGuire, number 342. His plan to go wide off the start worked when he put his 95 Jeep out front.
I'm going to trust the fact that I don't assume any drive shafts will be popping out of this bad boy.
No, we've done a total race prep on the machine, and we plan to go out there full board and, like I said, put on a great show for the crowd and take home a victory.
McGuire was all business as Ron O'Neill and Scott Burgundy were left behind eating his dust.
Seriously, you guys are looking good. Good truck. Thanks.
All right, thanks a lot. I'd like to thank all the fans. We appreciate everybody coming out here today.
Give us a big old screen.
Yeah, get some.
The racing action didn't stop there as the 1600cc buggies were next, and these guys tore up Three Rivers.
What do you think of the concept of a show that has monster trucks, buggies, quads, bikes, everything?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The crowd gets a totally different aspect on different things. They get to see the buggies, the monster trucks. You know, the kids love these. We're getting a lot of good response over here on the buggies. So I'm looking for a good show tonight.
You know, it's funny when you say the kids, of course, they would be the ones that enjoy it the most. But I think the drivers get to have just a little bit more fun than everybody else.
We're the big kids. The big kids really have a lot of fun. I tell you what, you guys put a lot of time and effort in the cars here, and I tell you what, we're out to put on a good show.
Number 619, Raymond Young, didn't disappoint the fans as he battled with number 11, John Reed, for second place. As number 163, Jim Candell, was out front setting the pace. Second place was decided when Reed found himself belly up. He was okay as Candell avoided the crowd and the carnage for the checkers.
Team South versus Team North. May the best team win.
After their crushing defeat inside the LA Coliseum, Team North tried to even the series up at 600. Number 7, Randy Dinkins, had him out front and was on his way to the checkered flag when number 48, Team South captain Hank DeHart, went inside for the lead. Their wheels made contact, and Dinkins' night was over. Another look shows the questionable move by DeHart, but the USHRA judges said it was a legal maneuver, giving Team South the win. With a 2-race lead and only 3 more to go, Team South can put this series away with a win next week in Seattle. Stay tuned for highlights on Inside Monster Jam.
Time for freestyle, time to show off. A lot of room out there in Steel City. Keep your eyes peeled for the action.
Coming up next on Inside Monster Jam, Carolina Crusher and hometown hero Eric Tack face off in the final showdown.
Final showdown.
With the final dance set up between Carolina Crusher and local boy Eric Tack and Bigfoot, the Pittsburgh fans were ready for the final Steel City blowout.
So I've been trying to practice out here every race. I'm trying to get a little better on my turn. I think if I can come over that second jump real good, make my turn, I think I have a great chance of winning this thing and wrapping it up tonight.
We got a pretty good truck here. The crowd's pretty good, you know. It's a good biting track in the corner, so whoever gets really to the corner, I think is going to win. And like I said, I know Gary's going to give me a good race.
Eric said the corners are the key to winning on this track, and he was right. He steered Bigfoot smoothly over the jump and had no trouble holding his line in the U-turn section. Porter was keeping pace with the Ford, but he had difficulty in the corner. It was a sweet homecoming for Eric Tack, our 1/900 Pro Race winner.
Like I say, this is my hometown. I love coming out, you know, showing everybody what I can do and the big Ford will do. You know, Bob gives me awesome equipment. I can't say enough about him. The guys back at the shop, I mean, if it wasn't for them, we couldn't come out here and play.
I think you set the standard on your first run tonight, catching mega air.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we looked at these ramps, and I knew we were going to get some air. And the first run in qualifying, I just wanted to test everything out just to see how the track was going to run. And I just went from there, and I knew Gary was going to run me hard in the final, and I'm glad I came out on top.
I'm not saying I didn't like you in the first place, but you know what? I'm starting to become a real big Carolina Crusher fan with those donuts.
Hey, thanks. You know, I was a little disappointed in my racing. Bigfoot beat me, you know, 1 round earlier, come back here in the finals. It was really a driver's error. I forgot to turn my rear steering to automatic self-center and all when I come back around this turn. You know, I had to wait. I had to flip the switch, wait for it to center up before I could hit the cars. And, you know, I lost a lot of time there, but I just wanted to make it up for it there on the end, you know, for my fans doing those donuts.
Huge win for the PA, the home.
You can see what you've got, and you